Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today we are getting into the next summer patch update for the week, and it does look like we have a banner for Angeal with his new summer costume. Now, before I get into the patch updates for the day, I am going to go over my recruitment announcement for the Curseborn Alliance. So we have a couple guilds that are looking for more specific players. So, if this is, aligns with what you're looking for in a guild, then I encourage you guys to join our Discord. If you're already there, just reach out to me in a DM and I will put you in contact with the guild leaders that are, appropriate for what you're looking for. So we have our very own guild, Bahamut, which really we haven't had that many new members since guilds have started. We're looking for a stage 5 hitter or higher, so come join my guild. It's a great guild, guys, and yeah, we're looking for one player. And then we have two other guilds around top 30 that are also looking to pick up a strong player, a dedicated player. That's Titan and Bahamut Zero. And then we have a few other guilds that are also looking to pick up one player. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put it in the description of this video and in my pinned comment, which guilds are looking for what. You guys are welcome to just send me a DM in the Discord and we'll get you guys sorted. So that being said, here we go. Let's jump into the notices for the day and let's see what we got going on. Alright, so let's scroll down here. Alright, I missed the event on Monday, or I missed these notifications right here. So we do have coming soon, Critical Beach Time Yuffie. I think that might actually be out today. Alright, perfect. Alright, so here we go. Regarding our first ever player survey. Honestly, I feel like they should have done a player survey a long time ago. Like, they should have been asking us a long time ago for stuff. But let's see how this goes right here. After reviewing the Please Note section, please fill out the survey form link below, then hit the Send button. To take the survey, please be aware that you will be required to provide your player ID. As a sign of our appreciation, players who take the survey will receive a gift of 1,000 blue crystals, guys. Alright, so definitely go and take this survey. Alright, so you'll find it here in the notices. That is definitely something that you guys want to do. Alright, next thing we got. Events right here. Yuffie Beach Time Critical Threat Beach Time Yuffie Showdown. Alright, cool. This should be a pretty fun fight, I feel like, if we're fighting Yuffie, that is. She's always fun to fight, I feel like, in my opinion. Alright, so the event Critical Threat Beach Time Yuffie Showdown is on now. For this event stages have battle effects that grant ally physical attack plus 60% and ally water potency plus 60%. By taking advantage of these battle effects, the challenge will be easier to complete than previous critical threats. For this event, Crash Battle will be available from the start. Hey, I actually really like this improvement. Normally we wait a whole week for the critical threat version of the event to pass, and then the Crash Battle comes out. The Crash Battle, was coming out during Guild Wars for a time, and then they were extending it past Guild Wars for a time, but I feel like after Guild Wars, people are normally just like relaxing, so it's not really, but this I feel like is what they should have been doing from the start, guys. So that's actually really cool to see. Alright. And here we go. Obviously, if we get the clear count 500, everyone will get 1,000 blue crystals, which would be great. I don't think we've ever actually failed one of those, so hats off and round of applause for the community. Alright, so here we have Angeal new weapon featured draw on now. Alright, so here it is Angeal's summer costume. It looks like he's got a inflatable sword, which looks very dangerous, so we're gonna have to take a look at that. Like, I've actually seen this costume already, and I just think it's a bit humorous. But I'll talk about it more in my to pull or not to pull video, which will drop tomorrow. Let's go down and take a first glance at this, though. All right, so here we have the inflatable Buster sword. All right. The command ability for ATB cost, it is Torque Slash, inflicts up to 640% physical non-elemental damage upon all enemies, and inflicts weakness to water. I'm guessing that's an imperil unless it's something new. Plus grants caster provoke and drastically increases all allies' physical defense when caster's HP is 70% or more. Alright, so I mean, at first glance it looks like a fairly decent weapon. I'm definitely going to have to take a closer look to see what all of these things entail. 70% or more is a bit of a not really my favorite threshold. I like 50 a lot more. And then we have the new gear, Resort Style. Doesn't really look like a resort style costume though. Here we have boost physical defense all allies, which I feel like he's already so super focused in physical defense in his kit that I feel like something like around magic defense would have been more like better accepted, but we'll just have to see. And then we have Beach Guardian right here, which boosts HP, also boosts magic defense. So all around, it's a pretty solid costume, but it's really just going to depend on what you have, guys. All right, so going down, here's Red 13's ultimate weapon, which I have not gotten. Actually, I haven't pulled on any banner this month. Still have not pulled on Tifa. I'm still going to be waiting the whole month just to see what's coming out, and then, you know, I might actually skip all the banners this month, because next month we have Dragon Quest, guys. After that, we have the 2-year anniversary. Like, that's where my heart is. So, like, I'm just trying to make it safely to that point. All right, so let's go back up here. All right, regarding limit/summon gauge issues. All right, so we have identified an issue that causes an unintended limit and summon gauge increase under certain. Oh my god, I literally cannot speak today. Under certain conditions. Issue outline. Details. Restoring HP while under the effects of certain status buffs triggers an unintended limit and summon gauge increase. Interesting. I wonder what those buffs are. Triggers when reprieve restores HP. Interesting. When HP gain restores HP. Okay. Restore HP effects belonging to other effects will not trigger a gauge increase. All right, so basically we can get an unintended, you know, limit and summon gauge increase on the bar when reprieve activates and when HP gain restores HP, which is through Glenn. Which I guess take advantage of it while we have it, guys, because a fix for this issue is scheduled for the version 2.11.0 update in late July. Now, it does look like that is basically going to conclude it. There's not really too much. I feel like the game is going to be kind of like meandering along until we get to the big Dragon Quest collaboration, which I feel like is going to be super cool. And then we're going to go into the 2-year anniversary, which I'm honestly more excited for because typically, you know, those limit break banners, they have like increased pull rates on the weapons. They're super generous during the 2-year anniversary. So, you know, I'm curious to see Dragon Quest. It would be really cool. Sephiroth's costume, if you guys saw it, it looks super cool. So I would love to get it. I think he's going to be Psaro. So that would be super sick. Let's just take a quick glance at the draw. I'm not going to go into like my thoughts on the costume as of right now. I'll do it in my next video here. But let's just take a quick look at the weapon. I just want to take a quick look just to see what we got going on here. Alright, so let's just take it to... We'll just look at it at OB10. Alright, applies ailment, water weakness plus 30%. Okay, so this isn't an imperil. This is actually something new. Range all enemies, so it's AoE. That's pretty sick. Cannot be applied to targets weak resistant to water, obviously. Okay. Oh, so this is similar to like Vincent's weapon, I think. So it creates a water weakness. Cannot be applied to targets weak/resistant to water. Oh, so this... Okay. Alright. Now I fully understand what this is. It's actually pretty interesting. Although I think, like, you know, pulling for this, we'll have to see. I'll take a look in my to pull or not to pull video, but from the bat, probably looks like it's going to be a pretty chill skip. Then we get Provoke, which Angeal needs on all his swords going forward, I would say. So that's nice to see that. And then when HP is 70% or more, physical defense is increased. Now, if you're not getting the physical defense is increased, it's basically a Provoke and a water weakness plus 30%, which is not really that much. So, I mean, it will help for like the probably the Crash fight. Looks like this would also help for the Leviathan Bahamut fight, especially like the EX2, you know? Well, actually, you'd want to be using lightning, so I don't even think you would really want to do that anyway. So, yeah, I think that, you know, the weapon is pretty interesting and cool to look at, but like I was saying before, guys, I think a lot of these banners are probably going to be pretty easy skips until we get to Dragon Quest. So that being said, I will put in the comment below, you know, the guilds that are recruiting and more or less what they're looking for. So If you're looking to join a guild before the next Guild War, please join our Discord, reach out to me, send me a DM, or just post a message in the recruiting channel and someone will reach out to you. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I know it was a quick one. If you did, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.